Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Latin America show. My name is Enrique Gelista, and well, it's a pleasure being here tonight with all of you. And well, of course, we have an amazing show prepared for all of you. We're going to talk about different things. We're going to talk about Costa Rica, that is a fantastic country, but also we're going to talk about the Mexican flavor, and we're going to talk about tamales. And what is this day important for Mexicans? And also, we can say that it's a tamale day in Mexico. So, well, we will know the reason why, and of course, well, we will have here an amazing guest that well, she's going to explain us a little bit about how to prepare tamales, what is this tradition coming from, and also we're going to talk about something that is very important in Mexico too, that is bakery. We have a diversity of different kind of bread, sweet breads normally, that well is like you can try in Mexico. So well, we're gonna have the opportunity to talk about it. And also we're gonna have, as every show, we're gonna have music, and we have an extraordinary artist tonight. We are going to listen a little bit of music from Carlos Paul, that he is from Ecuador, and it's like he has two rhythms that well tonight we're going to present. If you like bachata, you will love one of his songs. And also we're going to listen some pop that also he's singing. So well, don't miss the show. And first of all, I would like to ask you to share this video with all your friends. You can share this video, please, in order that well you can support all these artists, all these people that they are here supporting the country, supporting all the different things that we are presenting, and also all the sponsors that we have. You can follow us in all our different social networks. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So it's very easy to find us. It's the Latin America Show. And thank you very much for all the people that they are connecting. And as I said at the beginning, please give a share there, where it's like, give us a like, give a share. And we're going to talk something about a challenge that, do you remember that a couple of chapters ago or episodes ago, we're talking about with Art Peru about the challenge, about dancing. So we have already some videos uploaded in the event section. So well, it's like, don't miss it. And also you can still voting for your favorite. So well, I would like to say thank you to Annalise that well, she's connected. She's saying hi, Enrique, very colorful this evening. That's correct. We are in this month that well, of course, we are like showing the diversity, and of course engaging all the different people and the diversity that we have in this country and all over the world. Also over the Andes that well, they are saying pura vida. Yes, that is a famous phrase that they use in Costa Rica. I don't know if I already spoiled something that Whitney is going to say, but hopefully not. But well, it's a famous phrase. Our friend Abhijit, that well, he's already connected, so well, it's fantastic. Our friend Gary Dancy, also that she's saying hola a todos desde Londres, so she is practicing the Spanish. So the Spanish lessons, they are working, my dear Whitney. Before we start, I would like to say hello to my friends, mis amigos, Roger Alarcon.
Hey, how are you everyone in this amazing show? I think today is the day you need to grab your flatmate or anyone because we have music and you can dance. So wait for that and enjoy it. And this time is forget about everything. So just have a nice hour and a half with us.
Excellent, my dear Roger. Actually, well, as you said before, it's like in the previous episode, I think, so that, well, even they don't have like a flatmate or someone, a partner, well, they can dance. How? How do you dance normally, my dear Roger?
Well, because I grabbed the fridge door. Take your laptop. If you're alone, take your laptop and go to the kitchen, and then you can dance with the fridge door.
Oh. Okay, Royer dance with the fridge. Also, you can use the broom or the mop, so you can dance with the mop, with the broom. If you have a vacuum cleaner, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but you can do it anyway. So, well, don't worry about it. It's just to have fun. And on the other side, we have our dear friend, our outstanding Spanish teacher. She is
much better. He's buttering me up because he knows I might get mad that he talked about pura vida, but I'm not. We talked about that last episode. You're going to hear it a lot in this episode. Hi, everyone. I'm Whitney, and I'm really excited to start talking Costa Rica, Mexican pastries, and dancing with my puppy and not a vacuum cleaner or a refrigerator door. So Enjoy.
Excellent. Yeah, you can take your, as you said, well, your puppy, the fridge, as
if
Roger
you,
do it, the
yeah,
mop, the broom, the cat, your
Whatever works for
son,
you. Your bottle of rum. Your bottle of
your
rum.
bottle of rum, your
that's
bottle
essential.
of
That's essential.
whatever. If you don't
Essential.
drink, could be, I don't know, the bottle of milk, whatever. So it doesn't matter. So it's
No, no, no.
just to be prepared to have fun. And well, it's like I would like to start like saying, do you remember this challenge that we have about people dancing? Do you remember, Roger, Whitney? Do you remember this challenge?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah, of
like,
course.
you know what? It's like we have received a lot of different videos there. And it's time that, well, it's like people where we would like to ask you to start voting and give them a like. Where they can find it, Roger, can you show us where people they can find these videos?
Yeah, well, we can find these videos. You can upload your video in our Facebook page. If you go to our Facebook page, you can see on the events area, you can do it. I know many people that says, oh, I cannot do it. How is? Well, let me just show it how to do it. In the computer, let me share it. Sometimes when you do it live. Okay, that's it. So if you go to the main page on the Latin America show, you will see in the area, in this area, you see in events. And then when you see in events, you're going to click in the Latin America show Art Per Dance Challenge, and you go to discussion. And here you will see everyone is just uploading those amazing videos. And please, not only upload, you need to vote as well. If you like it, please give it a like, because the most likes, they will win prizes.
Yeah, and actually the kind of prizes they can win, well, of course we have different kind of prizes, but well, it's like they can win dinner for two is to collect, of course, with IU. That is an extraordinary Peruvian and Japanese cuisine. So, well, don't miss it. It's a fantastic opportunity. Also, these people that they are uploading videos, well, they can win a virtual masterclass of ceviche, making along with another recipe, and well, it's going to be extraordinary. That looks like very okay. Yeah. So, well, it's like you can try and you can understand how to do it. This amazing food. And also, well, that is not the only prize, because, well, I don't know, where are we now in the video, Roger? Because I don't want to miss it. Okay, we're still in that one. Yeah. Also, Do Natural products, they have like skincare products and a virtual session about how to use them. They are going to give you a kit of them. And this is applicable for people that they are in the UK, in USA, or in Colombia. And also people that they have children, they can win 2 Spanish classes and virtual flashcard for children. Of course, the material for children is going to be given depending the age, but of course you're going to get this for free. And this is for our friends from El Recreo. And also, well, don't forget to submit your videos, because also if you submit videos with your children, or also only your children dancing, they can win a £25 voucher. So we're going to give, and we're going to extend this to 1 week more. So it's like we are going to leave it for next week. So, well, because we have a lot of videos, and we would like to give the opportunity to everyone to vote for your favorite one. You can vote for a couple of them, you can vote for 3, and also share these videos with your friends in order that, well, these people, they can get more votes, and we will present it here in the Latin America show next week. So also I have seen a lot of people that they are making commentaries, like, well, commentaries here, yeah, that I can see. Chef Valadez, Erika, Fran Moreira, who's saying Pura Vida, Liliana Beck, Nancy Castillo, that she's saying buenas noches, good night, from Orlando, Florida. Nadine also, she's sending like a lot of faces with hearts. Fall in love of I don't know if Costa Rica or the food or what about, but well, also Brian Nelson, he's saying, hey, Pura Vida. Who else we have here? Buenas noches. That is saying, okay, well, this is a conversation between Nancy and Yvonne. Okay, Brian is saying, I can hang around tonight, but about to share it. Excellent. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Fun memories. of Costa Rica. So, well, if you have memories also, if you have been there, it's like, please share some of your experiences in Costa Rica. Also, if you have eaten tamales, let us know. If you have eaten tonight tamales or today tamales, please share with us, even if we're going to feel like a little bit awful
Don't tell
because
us,
we didn't
don't
have
tell
the
us.
opportunity. But well, it's going to be amazing. Also, our friends from Café Jaramillo or Jaramillo Café, they are here. Mauricio Jaramillo, thank you very much for being here. He wants also the ceviche. He's saying he wants the ceviche. So, well, it's very easy. You only have to upload your video in the event section. Lily Martinez is saying, again, I did not receive the notification that the show is live. Well, I don't know why. It's like you have to give us a like, Lily, in order that, well, you can follow us and you will have it also these kind of notifications when the show is starting. Having eaten tamales in Don Carlos restaurant in Shepherd Bush. Okay, well, that's fantastic. That, well, it's like, okay, so, well, you can try it in Shepherd Bush in Don Carlos. So, well, also, we're going to have, and we would like to invite you because, well, St. Valentine's is the 14th of February. So we are like very close to that date. So we have our friends from Pacari Chocolates. Do you remember that we have them? Well, they didn't come, but we gave chocolates to the audience during December. So, well, now you can win a 10% off from today till the 14th of February. And also, well, you can just ask for the different kind of tastings that they have. One of them is going to be the 19th of February. It's very easy to get this 10% discount. You just have to put the code Cupid 2021. Yeah, so it's very easy. Cupid 2021 all together. Yeah, all together, and you will get this 10% of discount in this Pacari chocolate that, you know, believe me, is just amazing. And also, our friends, do we have images of that, Roger?
The next one you're gonna say?
The next one, yeah. Okay, and the next one that we have, like, also, if you buy one, you will get one free. And I'm talking about ALFAJORES. DULCE Art, they are offering, yes, Whitney, yeah. They are offering ALFAJORES. So, well, it's just amazing. This traditional, so, well, it's like just amazing. So it's going to be very easy. And also, well, it's like very easy to get it. It's like just buy one and you will get one. It's an amazing, I think so, an amazing present that you can give to your partner. And, well, actually, let me tell you something about this 14th of February. And it's like, I don't know if I'm extending too much. I think so, yes, because it's time to go with Whitney. But, well, it's like just very quick. So it's like the 14th of February in Latin America, well, in Mexico, is the day of love, but also about friendship. So you can send not only if you are like, if you want to be my Valentine's, no, not necessarily. It could be a friend. So if you have a friend, also it could be for your mom, for your siblings, whoever you want, you can send this. So remember, with Pacari and DULCE Art, with DULCE Art, you're going to buy one and you get one free. Very easy. And with Pacari, remember, Cupid 2021, that is the code, and you will get 10% discount. So it's an amazing opportunity to try these ALFAJORES and also this amazing chocolate. And I think so it's time to go with Whitney.
Yes, and I actually just want to give a personal shout out before we begin to Jaramillo Cafe. I brought their coffee all the way to the US and my mom and I are enjoying it and I love it. So please go visit him, buy some coffee from him because we love it. Okay, so now I can start the segment. So this week, again, it's one of those segments where we're going to be doing half and half, and we're really kind of starting from basic Spanish the next several segments for a little while, because in order to go and travel there, you need to learn expressions, and to learn expressions, you need to like start learning words. So we're going to continue with numbers, days of the week, and months, so that next week we can form them all together on how to say the date, because we need dates and days and times to make bookings, especially if not all the bookings we can make online. So without further ado, very quick review. Like, part of my thing when I teach Spanish is, especially when I teach level 1, where, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while for me. I normally teach more the upper levels now, but I always like do a little bit of review, because the whole point of like retaining a language is reviewing a little bit and then building off that. So If you're a native speaker and this is boring, that's totally fine. Go grab your broom for the songs and get ready for that. Anyways, we're going to start really quickly with the numbers 1 through 10, just so we can build up to 30. And here they are again. And the pronunciation is really easy because if you know the vowels, then it's unlike French or other languages where like one vowel, I can't speak English today, can be said like 10 different ways. So here they are. We'll go through them. You can repeat them at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the next numbers 11 to 20, 11 to 15 has their own numbers, but then 16 to 19 is like 10 and 6, 10 and 7. So let's just go over those really quickly. We have 11, and you can see them up there. So you know which is which. We're going in order. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So those are numbers 1 through 20. And then for the new material, for those of you who aren't native Spanish speakers and might not know, here are the new numbers. And they're kind of hard to see up there, but that's okay. You Google them and you'll get bigger visuals. And they are, so from 21 till 29 is just 20 and the number. And when you combine them together, you have the I instead of the E, or you could write them apart like 20, Y, and número, like 3 separate words. So I've seen it both ways. So you have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then those numbers underneath 16, 22, 23, and 26 are the only numbers that have accents. Not the only numbers, sorry, only numbers from 1 to 100 that have accents on them. So 16, 22, 23, y 26 have the accents over primarily the E, and for 22, the O. That's something to point out. Numbers are good. We use them for exchanging telephone numbers, hotel rooms, things like that. And then we have days of the week. We're going to go over those very quickly. They're in order from Monday to Sunday. Unlike in English, they aren't capitalized unless they start a sentence, but normally you'd put the article el in front of it, or los if you're saying on a day of the week. So here they are, los días de la semana, the days of the week. And it's lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. And you have accents on miércoles y sábado. So you put a little bit more emphasis on those vowels when you say them. And then los días is the days. Now I know it ends in A-S, so you'd think it'd be la, but just think back like Spanish 101, buenos días. I mean, it's masculine, so it's los instead of las. And that's a very common mistake for non-Spanish speakers. And then you have la semana, which is the week. So los días de la semana are days of the week. And then el fin de semana, sábado y domingo, is the weekend, because you're technically calling it the end of the week. And then last but not least, we're gonna just do the months today. And then next session, next episode, we're going to combine all of it and learn dates and how to say certain dates, certain holidays, your birthday, things like that, which is very important. We take that seriously. So you have 12 months of the year. They go January to December on here, as you can see. And again, just like the days of the week, they are not capitalized. So let's just go over them really, really quickly. We have enero, febrero, which we're in today, el 12 de febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre y diciembre. Y son los meses del año. El año is the year en los meses. So enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre y diciembre. Así que, okay, so that's it for tonight's episode, or the first half of Making Spanish Simple. And next half, I'm going to be doing slang from Mexico and Costa Rica in honor of our guest tonight. So if you are a native Spanish speaker and you're not from those two countries, then you have something new to learn. That's it.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking if you were paying attention, Roger. Yeah.
I'm just taking notes. I can tell he's being very studious.
Well, yeah, actually, yes, I was taking notes also. That I think it was more like similar to the previous lesson that we have. You only included 20s today.
Yeah.
But it was like also, and actually it was, you were talking about the week and the weekend, etc. So well, I pay attention, and it was in my notes from last week. So it's like you are repeating the same lesson. So it's like when the teachers well, you only add the part of the 20s.
You repeat a little bit because we don't know who viewed last week and this week, because you have to review to build off it. If you don't know numbers 1 through 10, then numbers like 16 to 19 and 20 to 30 are more confusing. So that's why you do a mini review.
Okay.
Very well.
I'm the teacher. Well. This is my profession.
She's a teacher.
Yes, of course. That means I don't have any chance to win, in other words, no? Yeah,
no, none.
She's a
never.
Teacher.
No, exactly. You're wrong, I'm right.
So, well, it's like it's time to go quickly to a fantastic song that we have, as I said at the beginning, from this amazing artist that, well, he's Carlos Paul. And if you like bachata, he has this song that is amazing. It's Amiga too. So over to you, Roger.
Esto es para ti.
Mírame a los ojos, están cansados de llorar este dolor que me castiga. Tu indiferencia me lastima, te amo en el silencio. Es un secreto que ya no puedo ocultar, cuánto lo siento. Mi corazón se está muriendo. Gustavo Alcántara.
Well, he's Carlos Paul. And well, as you know, we have a playlist on Spotify that is the Latin America show. And well, it's like this song and many others. You can find them there. Many others. I mean, like all the different artists that we have had here in the show previously. We're uploading a list with different songs. So well, in order that you can follow them, you can give them a like, and you can look more information about them in the different social networks that they have. And as I said before, we are going to talk about Costa Rica, that is a paradise. And we are very honored to have the ambassador, and also we have the ambassador and the consul of Costa Rica here in the UK. So let's go for a quick video just that you fall in love of Costa Rica.
We have often been called the happiest country in the world, and there's many good reasons for that. They all start with pura vida. It's a saying that means pure life, but really, it's something you experience more than explain. It's the way we greet each other, the way we live, the community we build, how we care for each other and the environment around us. In a world that can often feel out of balance, we have found a peaceful path to what matters most. The result is a country like no other, that dares to think differently and shines from day to night. Where visitors come for the natural beauty and unforgettable experiences, but return for the love of the people. Where you are always on a journey of discovery and have never felt more alive. Where we act from our heart and welcome you to do the same. In Costa Rica, life's essentials found here.
Well, that is just a paradise that you can enjoy. That is Costa Rica. And we're very flattered and we are honored to have the ambassador, Rafael Ortiz Fabrega, and also from the consul, Francisco José Masís, tonight with us in the show. And we're going to talk a little bit about Costa Rica. So, well, I would like to say, first of all, thank you very much and good evening, Mr. Ambassador.
Good evening. It's such a pleasure to join the Latin American show once again. Some months ago, we had the opportunity to share some of our interesting aspects of our country. And today we are very proud with our consul, with Francisco Masís, to complement the information that we shared with you some months ago, and especially focusing on our biodiversity. Now, obviously, we are right now at a time when it is very practically not possible to travel. We understand the guidelines that the government has established in terms of leaving the country. But I'm sure everybody is really thinking, where can I go? You know, when all this is, when we have the opportunity to travel again, and where is a place where we could really, get together with our families and do many things that are really important to us, like, in a country like ours, that you will see with our biodiversity, our mountains, our oceans, our fauna, and most of all our people, that are very welcoming people, our food. And so we want to share this, and we, once again, to all of you folks, Enrique, Roger, and I was listening to the great teacher. You're doing a great job, so don't listen to these fellows in explaining the numbers. And you keep on that good work with them. And so we're very happy to be here once again. Like I say, we know right now it's not possible to travel, but we hope, once again, like not too long ago, there were 3 direct flights actually from Gatwick to San Jose. And hopefully that will, in the coming months, when all the vaccinations and all these things are put together, we can have that implemented. Now, I imagine Francisco will give you that explanation, but we're very happy to tell you that Costa Rica is, in Latin America, as you know, the COVID has been an issue, but we are the first 3 countries that are starting the vaccination process. Actually, my father, which is an 85-year-old man, had his second vaccine last week, and we are at a very low level of right now in terms of the OECD countries. So, and hopefully it will get better. But we will be so happy to for you guys to have the opportunity to see what we have to offer and to see you there, and we can then by the beach. I hope you are going to tell them some slang, but our most important one is pura vida, you know, pure life. Enjoy. So
Thank you very much. Yeah.
With due course, Francisco is more than glad to present to you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Thank you all for this invitation, for your interest in Costa Rica, and we will respond this hospitality of you for inviting us here, inviting you to Costa Rica. So we expect to have you in Costa Rica as soon as the circumstance allow us. Now let me see if I can share you a little. Okay.
Brilliant.
Well, we know that the current circumstances does not allow to travel as flexible as people would like. I mean, we understand that the instructions from the local government is to avoid travel as long as it's possible, and to do it only when it's necessary. But even now, in your apartments, in your house, in your flats, you still can start to think where is going to be your next journey. And I want to tell you that your next journey is going to be to Costa Rica, very likely, because it's a great place and a great country where you can go and visit. So first, a little things. Right now, Costa Rica, even right now, during the pandemic, Costa Rica is open for tourists. The country was closed to foreigners, for tourists, for 6 months, give or take, because we were implementing and studying the scenarios and the cases in order to make possible for tourists to go to Costa Rica in a safe way. So since August last year, Costa Rica opened again its borders to tourists, and UK citizens do not need a visa to go to Costa Rica. You can stay up to 90 days, so it's like 3 months. And as the ambassador was saying, Costa Rica has low cases of COVID, but this is mostly because Costa Rica has a very strong security system, health security system, like or NHS. It's a very strong institution, and we take a lot of attention to the people. And we know that making sure that people are safe, we make the tourists are safe, and we make the world a little bit safe. Like any country in the world, we have had some challenges, and we are still facing it. But we are trying to tackle these challenges in the most strong, safe, but economically safe way. So Costa Rica is open. Luckily for us, the tourism in Costa Rica is an open tourism, is tourism for open areas, for forests and beach. So the social distancing is not so hard. A couple of things. First, just travel insurance, completing a digital form, like traveling anywhere right now. No need for COVID-19 test before going, and just follow the instructions of the authorities, and returning to the UK if when you travel to Costa Rica, when you need to come back, if you need COVID-19 test for traveling or coming back, there's plenty of labs in Costa Rica where you can make the test, whether it is the PCR test, whether it is the serological test. So you are not going to have issues with that. We have labs in the main metropolitan area. We also have labs in the rural and more faraway areas. So you're not going to have issues with that. The most important thing now is how to enjoy your stay in Costa Rica. During your stay, keep in mind that I was telling you before. Costa Rica is a country of sustainable and outdoor offering. So most of the activities are in outdoor areas. I mean, we have little disruptions a little bit with some time schedules in the national park, might be narrow it down a little bit. Some restaurants can close a little bit earlier, but even until 9 p.m. it will work. So you can go, you can eat, always keeping social distancing, always following the rules, but in a quite safe way. We even have a safe travel news certification of the tourism board that constantly checks and go visits the different touristic places, so we can ensure that you are safe. Because if you are safe, you are happy, and if you are happy, that's really what going to Costa Rica should be. So the best way to go around, the best way to go to Costa Rica is traveling around. A lot of Costa Ricans, a lot of Costa Ricans, even when they are tourists, and especially foreigners, when they go to Costa Rica, they rent a car so they can move around. Costa Rica is a small country. I mean, we are the size of Wales. It's around 20,000 square miles, but we have a lot of diversity of environments. And by environments, I do not mean only biodiversity, which is the case, because we have a very diverse biodiversity, but it's a very diverse environment. It's not the same thing, the Caribbean, with the flavor of the music, with the flavors of the food, with the hot weather, than going to the Central Valley through the Braulio Carrillo, which has microclimates. You are going in a very sunny day, and you enter to the Braulio Carrillo, and it's completely close rain. I mean, it's really heavy rain in the middle of a cloud forest. And you go the other side, and it's sunny again, because there's a lot of small micro valleys that it's a microclimate. And that is possible because we focus on sustainability and we focus on nature. Of course, being in Costa Rica is not only about going and seeing. Going to Costa Rica is about being part of Costa Rica, about becoming part of the Costa Rican culture. So that's why the Costa Rican Board of Tourism launched the Pura Vida Pledge. The Pura Vida Pledge, and first of all, I need to explain a little bit which is Pura Vida. Pura Vida is an expression that we use in Costa Rica to say pretty much everything. The literal translation will be pure life. And that's precisely what it means, which means that when we say hello, we can say, hey, hello, Pura Vida, how are you? And you respond, Pura Vida, everything's fine. And if you have to say goodbye, you say, well, I have to go because I have a meeting at the office, or I am late to the spa. So Pura Vida, have a nice journey. And that's it. You say Pura Vida to say hello. You say Pura Vida to say goodbye. You say Pura Vida to say everything is fine. You say Pura Vida to say, yes, okay, cool. That's great. Just say Pura Vida, Pura Vida. That means that you are understanding what they are telling you. And under this Pura Vida Pledge, Costa Rica is inviting the tourists to commit to the 5 pillars also of sustainable and responsible travel. So you go to Costa Rica and you're not only going to hear Pura Vida, you are going to become Pura Vida. So you are going to become Pura Vida when you check the certification for sustainable tourism. That is a new certificate. Well, it's not that new, but it's a different certification for tourism. So the hotels have 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, but they also have 3, 4, 5 leaves of sustainable tourism, which means that more leaves they have in the sustainable tourism certification, it's more friendly with the environment. You can go to the FONAFIFO webpage and calculate, and this is a project that is also from the Board of Tourism, calculate your offset of carbon when you travel to Costa Rica. You can go make volunteering or rural tourism, visit farm, visit small places, and see how the life it works in there. It's not the only one, but one that I really like is, for example, in rural tourism, the visit to the coffee plantations to know how the best coffee of the world is. It's very important that if you go to Costa Rica, it's really important respecting the environment. I mean, Costa Rica is that. So in order to be pura vida as Costa Rican people, it's really important to respect the environment. And we have, especially in these COVID-19 times, for the period of the COVID and after, we have the quality assurance for the for international boards of tourism about that says that we are a safe country, that we are following protocols to keep tourists safe. Best time to Costa Rica, you choose all year long. It's different kind of activities in different times of the year, in different places. So there's a lot to do, a lot to see. Even in the well, I have here with me and I'm going to show later the Nat Geo Traveler, the best of the world. Costa Rica is the first country mentioned in sustainability. You can do travel and adventure, welfare, tourism, culture and nature. Here's some pages where you can find. You can go to visitcostarica.com/UK. You can go to puravidapledge.co.uk, or you can go to the Costa Rican Embassy. We are here to help. We are here to hear you, and we are here to invite you to embrace the Costa Rican full experience. It's not just a visit. It's not just a tour or a sightseeing. It's a full experience. So, well, as I was telling you, I have here the last Nat Geo Traveler, and Costa Rica. It's good news. Costa Rica is the first country mentioned in sustainability, in the first places to go after this pandemic. So in the best of the world, Costa Rica is here, and we are here. We, the embassy, we, the institution, the Board of Tourism, the promotion agency, we are here for you to make more enjoyable your experience, because when we are more, we are happier, and when you are pura vida, that means that you are one of us, and that means that we are more.
Definitely. We love the pura vida mindset, and that's such a cool thing. And we talked about that last episode. So thank you for elaborating more on that, and also updating us on the traveling, because now we know we can still go there and travel during COVID, although that's a little bit more difficult. I have a really quick question about, I know one of the topics we wanted to get into also a little tonight were the volcanoes. So could you talk about like some of the active volcanoes in Costa Rica? Because I know that's something that's very special about.
Well, actually, yes. One of the things that I was checking the last statistics of visitors in Costa Rica is that, well, the volcanoes, the first thing to understand about the volcanoes in Costa Rica is that they are all in national parks. So it's not just a volcano, but all the volcanoes in Costa Rica have a big surrounding area that is protected, that is naturally protected, with forests, with whatever circumstance the volcano has around it. So with the volcanoes protected, the experience is not just the volcano, but is everything that surrounds it. And yes, I mean, it's one of the biggest attractions. In statistics, as I was telling you, a big part of the tourists in Costa Rica go to the beaches, but they also go to the volcanoes, and that's something that not everybody knows, because I don't know. I mean, I guess that if you have never seen it, it's quite impressive. Even for us that we are from Costa Rica, it's quite interesting. Just before coming to the United Kingdom as a consul, with my wife for my honeymoon, for our honeymoon, we went to visit the Poás volcano. The Poás volcano, and it was in one of its most active periods. So the Poás volcano is not an explosive volcano, so it's not going to blow everything around it. And even if it does, there's a lot of space where the volcano can be itself without damaging anybody. The interesting thing about the Poás volcano is that it was releasing sulfur gas. So the lakes that are formed, precisely that one in the picture, that is the Poás volcano. So in the bottom of the crater, you can see, usually you can see a lake, small lake, but the lake disappeared and it was just releasing gas. So it's different because you drive up to the mountain in the middle of the forest, you walk into the forest, into the path, and suddenly you arrive to the viewpoint and you can see all around you a huge, immense volcanic crater releasing clouds, white, heavy clouds of sulfur, and it's impressive. But even if it's
also that way, it's like certain time that, well, people are allowed to be there, because as you were saying, it's sulfur, so I don't think so that, well, it's like you cannot breathe it like for a long time. I think so. It's like you have to be there to visit or something. Or...
But it's safe. It's completely safe. When I went, it's always a wind that flows clearly. We built the viewpoint in the opposite side of where the wind usually blows. So you can see the bowl of the volcano filling with the sulfur and the cloud of sulfur flowing away, where precisely two protected areas where there is nobody. So it's safe. When the sulfur starts to accumulate, there is one geologist next to you in the viewpoint saying, okay, people, please, it's starting to accumulate. Go back to the station to be safe. So actually, it's pretty safe.
So this volcano that you're talking about, Poas, is that one the most famous one that people normally they can go and visit it, and also they can use like public transportation? I think it was one of the questions. I think so already. Rafael already answered, I think so, that question, because, well, I have here one that, well, if you need to hire to go around, or if you can just like, how is the way that you can go, for example, it could be Poas is the most popular one, or there's another volcano that maybe is like,
well, actually the issue with Costa Rica is that the same way you can go to a beach in the Caribbean or in the Central Pacific, or Caribbean is really wet, really hot, really humid. Central Pacific is similar, but not that humid. South Pacific is completely jungle. North Pacific is dry forest, actually the last dry forest. The same way we have the same diversity in volcanoes. So a few years ago, we had the Turrialba volcano that was releasing lots of amounts of ash and volcanic cinder. So actually, for me, and especially one of these days, seeing the snow in London was impressive. But in Costa Rica, a few times, a couple of years, every 50 years, you can see a gray snow of cinder. So it's not really damaging, but it's interesting because, I mean, during my whole life, I heard about the explosion of the Irasu, and actually it's not a dangerous explosion. It just releases volcanic cinder, a lot of volcanic cinder, and it snowed in the city. That was 1960 something, and in the old black and white videos of Costa Rica, you could see that, and that never happened again. And then a few years ago, in 2017, it happened again with the next volcano. So it really filled the city with dust, basically volcanic dust. In the morning, you see that you used to see the car with a little, like a little pelouse of a little cover of snow almost. But that's just the Turrialba, because, for example, the Arenal volcano, even a few years ago, was still releasing lava. The Arenal volcano, it's the typical picture volcano. Is, you can see it in the distance, is one mountain, clearly, I mean, it's clearly volcano. It's a it's a more conic volcano, yes. Mm-hmm. And with the crater in the middle, of course, you cannot get close, but
that's
during the nights, that's it. During the nights, when it was most active, you could see flows of glowing red lava going down the volcano. So, of course, when the Arenal volcano was the most active, it was the most popular and the most visited. But of course, the volcanoes are temperamental. So Arenal volcano is now a little bit sleepy. I will not dare to say that it is dead. It's just a little bit sleepy, but you never know when it's going to awake. And when people go to the Arenal volcano, they go to the same area, making canopy, making rafting, making canyoning. Canyoning, actually, it's a very interesting experience because you go down in ropes in the middle of a waterfall.
Oh, wow.
So it's an area of adventure tourism. But for example, if right now and in the statistics of 2019, because of the activity of the POAS, the access was limited. So it was a limited amount of people who could go in. But as the POAS was with a limited access, the most visited national park was the Tenorio. And actually it's not even the volcano, because even if it's a volcano national park, the people used to went for the water. And that's because in Tenorio National Park, because of the volcano, we have something that we call Rio Celeste, which is like light sky blue river. And the river is literally the color of the sky, that milky light blue, because of the minerals of the volcano. It's absolutely impressive. You cross the jungle and you see a river that is the color of a gemstone.
Oh, wow.
That's because of the volcano. So when you say volcanoes in Costa Rica and the most popular, I will have to say, I don't know. Because if you go to Rincón de la Vieja, the Rincón de la Vieja is in the middle of the dry forest, one of the last original patches of dry forest of Mesoamerica. So the kind of animals, actually, I have went to the Rincón de la Vieja and I have never seen the crater of Rincón de la Vieja.
So they were asking, like, they were asking here, Francisco, that well. It's like,
Yes.
it's like, are they hot springs inside
Yes.
of the volcano?
Yeah, Francisco, I wrote that there because I think that's one of the other things that people around the Arenal right now, even though it's not active, but you know, in a surrounding areas, people go there to the hot springs and to get, like, they have spas, very nice spas that they treat people, you know, for their skin, and people spend time in different areas there that have been developed by operators there for hot springs. So that's a big attraction too. That maybe you can expand on that, Francisco. And
Yes.
but the other thing in the volcanoes, they're very much divided in different areas of Costa Rica. For example, we have the what we call the central volcanic mountain range, where we have the Poás, the Irazu, and close to that the Turrialba, which are very easy to access during, let's say, you don't have to in the same day. You can drive in the morning and you'll be there in an hour or an hour and a half, depending where you are, and come back again. Now, the other area of many volcanoes is where Francisco was saying, that's in the northern part, where it's a different type of vegetation. And that's where Arenal, which was very famous, was very active for many years, but the Rincón de la Vieja and those volcanoes. But in many of them, they have these hot springs, which is, you can be there, you know, in the evening in a beautiful pool, you know, enjoying the water. They bring you, you know, your favorite drinks or whatever. So, Francisco, maybe you can tell more about that, about the hot springs.
Absolutely. One, for example, and I was going to the Rincón de la Vieja, for example. The Rincón de la Vieja, inside the national park, there are rivers that come from the forest that is closer to the volcano. And down those rivers, the river water gets mixed with the volcanic water of the hot springs. So inside the national parks, there's a lot of people who really like to go in the wilderness to the hot springs. But if you want a little bit more comfort when you go to the hot springs, you can go to the big hotel development in Fortuna in Arenal, around the Arenal volcano, for example. So yes, when we have volcanoes, we have hot springs, and we have a lot of experience. I mean, some of the most exclusive hotels in the world are a couple are in the Fortuna area. And the interesting thing is that these hotels have luxury on them, have comfort on them, but at the same time, they are sustainable projects. So they are environmentally friendly. And at the same time, even if the hotels are great, they are in a very strong relationship with the community and the surrounding areas and the volcanoes and the forests that are around the volcanoes and the waterfalls and the rivers that where the tourists go from the hotel to the river, because Costa Rica is not a place of massive anonymous tourism. Costa Rica is a place where every tourist is important and every experience must be extraordinary. And it's really important for us. That's why when you tell me which is the most popular volcano, it's hard, because even for me, I will say, well, I might have one day the feeling to go to the Arenal, but for example, the Irazu, which is one of the ones that is very close to the Central Valley, and it has low activity. I mean, a little bit of seismic activity these days. In the last crater, it has, and the last time that I went, that it was actually quite a while ago, you can see how a primary forest is formed. Because since the last explosion that was a long time ago, the nature itself, the surrounding forest, start through the animals, through the birds, through the insects, start to pullulate this very rich volcanic land with every plant in the forest. So you can see the first days of a forest grow. So actually that's a very different experience. A little cold for us, I mean, but in Costa Rica, if you go to the Irazu or to the Poás at 18 degrees is really, really cold. I do not think that a person from the United Kingdom at 18 degrees is going to suffer as cold as we suffer when we go up to the Irazu. But if you want to warm up, of course, you can go to Arenal, or you can go to Rincón de la Vieja, or you can go see the Rio Celeste.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, well, so definitely, I think so Costa Rica, it has a lot of to offer to the audience, and also, well, as you were saying, maybe if you are very interested, I think that this conversation is amazing about volcanoes and knowing all about the hot spring and the different places that Costa Rica offers, the biodiversity, etc. So, well, I think so for the audience, it's very good that, well, they know that, well, if they want to know more information about it, they can just ask to the embassy, ask to the consulate, and also to the Instituto Costarricense de Turismo, that, well, of course, they can support you and provide you all the different guidance in order that you can travel. Well, once hopefully will be soon. And, well, the good news is the vaccine is coming and everything. So it's things they look like, well, it's like moving on. So hopefully, well, you can put in your last check, in your checklist, sorry, in your checklist, you can put like, you can put Costa Rica as a destination that I think so that, well, it could be amazing. And of course, thank you very much to Rafael Ortiz and also for being here tonight and for explaining us all this amazing country that you have there. And also I think so that, well, it's going to be one of the destinations that all our friends that they are here, the audience, they are going to consider to go there. And so thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And you are invited to go to Costa Rica.
Of course, and I will call you.
Yes.
Rafael, and I will call you Francisco. Yes, for more tips.
Be careful if we actually take you up on your offer.
We can do a program over there.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we can. That could be amazing. Just to make a live programs from Costa Rica. That could be amazing.
From the volcano.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. We have a lot of options there. So yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you very
Ambassador,
much.
it's been an honor. Thank you very much.
Honor's mine, you guys. Thank you.
Okay,
and keep up those lessons and don't listen to Enrique. Nice to see you again. Un gran abrazo. Un abrazo.
Sí, un gran
Pura
abrazo.
vida.
Thank you. Pura vida.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, well, as we were talking at the beginning, so, well, it's like in this show, we are going also to talk about tradition that, well, is celebration that we have in Mexico that, well, today we can say that is, we don't say it like that. And actually, maybe I'm twisting a little bit. It's not the Tamales Day, but we can say that it's a Tamales Day because it's a very important day. Tonight, well, not tonight, today for us, the 2nd of February, And of course, we have a guest, Roger over here. Thank you very much. So, well,
Yes, well, we've got today an amazing guest. Well, she is Ana Velazquez. Born and raised in Mexico, chef Ana studied the Grand Diploma in Culinary Arts and Bakery Pastry at Le Cordon Bleu in Ottawa. Following a successful career working for some of the best restaurants and hotels and celebrity chefs across the UK, United States, and Canada, she created Humble Spoon as a response to the changes spurred on by the pandemic. Humble Spoon is a reflection of her multicultural background and experiences. Please welcome to Ana Velazquez.
Hello.
Hello, Ana. Welcome to the Latin America show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Well, Ana, well, it's a pleasure. And also, well, as Roger said before, you are like well, you create this, just start up this company that is Humble Spoon, that, well, we had the opportunity. And if you guys remember, the audience remember, it's like, well, the 5th of February, we were celebrating the Weissman, and Humble Spoon gave Rosca de Reyes. And, well, also tonight we have the pleasure to talk with Ana directly. And, well, Ana, if you can tell us first, why did you become a chef?
I think it was very easy to follow, the cooking. It just drew me. My parents, they like to eat and cook, and same my grandparents. So I remember my granddad taking me in Mexico City to the markets and trying sheep's brains and, things like that all the time. So I really like to cook since I can remember. I remember, what they say, if you don't know how to make the tortilla puff, you cannot get married. So that was like, had to be done. So there was a lot of, there has been always a lot of curiosity. I have been always, drawn to ingredients. And I grew up in Veracruz. We had access to fresh fruits and vegetables. And when I left Mexico and I start seeing what is the quality of the ingredients outside, I appreciate what I had and I didn't realize. So that was one of the main reasons.
Well, actually, we have here, we have here a commentary from Karen Dancy that she was the winner of the Rosca de Reyes, and she's saying it was incredible. So yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I would like to ask you, Ana, I will ask you, can you please talk about a bit as your training as a chef, what brought you to the UK?
I was in Canada first. I wanted to stay there, but I was not accepted. So then I moved to the States. I read a book called Letters to a Young Chef by Daniel Boulud. And that book really encapsulated all the passion of a young chef. And so I applied for a job in the States, and I was placed in Florida in Palm Beach. I met my husband there, and then he asked me to come to the UK, and that's how I end up here. It was one of my dreams to come to work in London. The first time I came, I thought it was amazing, but it was like 5 years, from the moment that I came to London and I said, I would love to live here. I was in a completely different situation, and then everything, just line up and I end up here. So it's very different, the UK kitchens than the American kitchens. I never worked in Mexico, but it is very different ambience, definitely.
And could you please talk about like your experience? I mean, you just mentioned how it's different, but your experience working in the UK?
Definitely there is a different language, different, and when I said language, I'm not meaning English, because I was speaking English in America.
Like it's American, right?
It's about the words and the sense. And one of the examples that I always have is like they talk about seasonal menus, whatever that means, when seasons here and the amount of produce that they produce here is minimal comparing to other countries. So there is this rotation, yes, of ingredients, but mainly it's exported, actually imported. So everything is imported. So to learn about British food is this complexity of ingredients that are brought from abroad that they have made British because it's an influence of French, Italian, Mediterranean food. And it's very different than American food because they have a completely different influences. So that's one. The kitchen code, the integrity that you work is completely different. You know, like it's more serious, and there is a different honor code. So I had to change my humor. Like I have a certain sense of humor, and I used to love listening to Mexican music. So for many years I suffered, you know, that I couldn't put my music, and now I can because I work from my own kitchen. But it was a big adaptation. I definitely had to switch, you know, make this switch in my head and just put my head down and endure that learning that lasted very long time.
Interesting.
Well,
Okay.
and sorry, Whitney.
No, I was just gonna say, as an American, I'm sorry I interrupted you, because I thought when you said the difference language, I thought, oh, right, as an American, the English is different. So that's really interesting about the food vocabulary and whatnot being different. So thank you for that.
Yes. I mean, like, for example, you know, like zucchini, courgette, aubergine,
Right.
eggplant. So, but it's besides those changes, there is this language that is common and you hear in every kitchen, you know, there is like, we do seasonal menu.
Well,
and it's,
in the day-to-day basis, we have this kind of the different language that, well, sometimes we are like just shocked when we are talking about pants and trousers. That could be something completely different. And it's like, if that happens in a normal basis, so of course, I think so that, well, this kind of technical, also it could be like more technical or more the way that they used to use the words here is like quite difficult. And talking about things that they are difficult, it's like, I know that COVID has been challenging for everyone. However, for you, it has been not only challenging, but also it has been a good opportunity. So, because, yeah, it was difficult at the beginning, but later on, you start up something. Tell us about it.
Yes, so definitely COVID. I remember last year. I mean, in January, February, we were so busy at work. I used to run an operation, you know, like we used to do 1,000 people a day. I used to have under me 20 chefs. And I remember this cannot be sustainable. It's so busy. It's January and February, which are the quietest months of the year. And I was doing banquets for 600 people. And suddenly, from one week to another, we had to start planning to cut hours, cut our salaries, and close our kitchens within a week. It was just mental. So it was a very difficult time. Definitely the first 3 months, they were, you know, a shock for the system, for everyone. But yes, when things were going back to normal at the end of July, I start having this sense of, this is not gonna stop now. This is gonna continue. You know, like if someone gets sick, everyone has to isolate. If, for example, if I get sick in my team, the whole kitchen had to go back home. It's like, how can I be responsible of, you know, getting people sick? I couldn't deal with that. So I decided, you know, for my household sake, for my team, I decided that it would be better for me to start something where I could be comfortable while this passes, and start something that it will be based on my own standards, but as well my own, you know, what I believe is good and what I believe is right. One of the things that I would love, you know, like now that I have this platform is I would love to bring the attention to people, don't eat in buffets. If you go to a buffet, please just consider the waste, the amount of food that goes to waste. I used to work in a hotel many, many years ago that we used to put about 600 kilos of food in the bin after 100 cover sitting down. Like the amount of bins that they used to be full, and because the health and safety do not allow you to keep that food because it has been already exposed. There is a lot of things that health and safety is not helping the environment. So now that I have this opportunity, just consider this, think about it. And besides, after COVID, you don't want to be eating someone's sneeze or someone's, like touching hands. So think about it. All right.
Yeah, well, that's correct. And actually, well, I think that they were not waste if Roger would be in that buffet, right, Roger? No? Because you always bring your Tupperware, no? It's like you will take
yeah, no, but
yeah,
I
like,
always have my the box. It's like a Latin American thing. It's like a
yeah,
doggy
box, no? Yeah.
But anyway, talking about all these things, Anna, tell us, we're here, we're celebrating in Mexico the Dia de Candelaria, the 2nd of February. Tell us about which one is the most popular dish in this festivity.
Well, I think everyone knows this. Everyone loves. I don't know anyone that doesn't, expect, and waits for this day to come. So it's the tamales. So if we go back to the moment when we are eating the Rosca de Reyes and we find the little baby Jesus, that's when everyone knows who's gonna be sponsoring the tamales.
Yeah, Enrique got like 3 of them, and I don't know where the tamales are.
Well, they are. Well, it's like, unfortunately, it's like I didn't receive them. I received only this that I'm going to show you later. But it's like, yeah. But can you tell us a little bit more about what is this tradition coming from, Anna? Because, well, it's like, why tamales in this day, or what is the main thing? As you were saying that, well, there's a particular tradition in Mexico, but well, it's like, what's the point of this?
So this has, obviously, Mexico has been a conquered country by Catholics. It started very, very long time ago when the Spanish came over and they tried to educate us or turn us into Catholics, right? So they took the opportunity of mixing 2 celebrations to make it easier for them. So they took the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Olmecas. They all started the sowing on the 1st of February, 2nd of February. And there was this, because it's when the sun starts, I guess, coming back, and it was represented like that, like as sun, as light from the Aztecs and the locals. So when the Spanish came, they took this opportunity, because obviously the 2nd of February as well, it represents when the baby Jesus is presented in the temple for the first time after it's born. So it has all these, like chronological order of baby Jesus is born, then the 3 kings, wise men, or the 3 reyes, they come over and then they give the presents, and then the baby Jesus is presented. Now in Mexico, this tradition, it actually, when you do the whole calendar, it can extend up to the beginning of when he's born, and it closes up when he dies in what is the Holy Week. So all these traditions, they sort of link up eventually. But now, as we are right now, obviously the Mayans, we're gonna go back to why the tamal. So they decided to make it about the tamal because the tamal is made out of corn, and the corn, it was the Mayans believe it was that we were made out of corn. So that's the reason it's a tamal. Now, in every part of Mexico, that actually tamales extended all the way to Central America. But in Mexico, you know, there is about 500 varieties of tamales. It had to be that because of everything that represented. So if you, I don't know, I remember the last time in the last show for the Rosca de Reyes, the lady said that tamal, it was in Nahuatl, that it's a tamale, which means wrapped. So usually the tamal is wrapped in corn husk or plantain or banana leaf. Some people, they do it. I have heard aloe vera. I have never seen it, but I have heard of it. Some people, they do it with paper. So in this video that you're seeing, I'm doing the ones like Veracruz style, which they're more liquid because they put a bit more stock in the center and they're a bit more runny. So they're delicious. I think it's my favorite of all the tamales.
They look, actually, they look really nice. When I was
They look amazing.
Like, yeah, I was drooling and yeah.
Yeah, very, very good.
So
look
yeah,
at that beauty.
Yes, I must say I was very lucky. The banana leaves, they were very good. They didn't break because usually you have to heat them up so they don't split. But these ones, they were very, very nice. Yes, so tamal, usually they are steamed. They are made out of corn. The corn has to be gone through the process of nixtamalization, or otherwise, if you have maseca, which is a processed powder from corn, then you can make it like that. You make them with veg stock, animal like pork or chicken stock as well. There is sweet, there is salty. I was reading that in the Aztec times, they used to eat flamingo, kind of a squirrel. So there has been variations, you know, like we cannot even think about. Now, like the most popular, it must be pork, chicken, you know, sweet. In my town, they ink it with a little bit of food coloring, so they are pink with pineapple, with raisins. In some parts, they put blackberries. So yeah, variations are endless.
I think so that, well, it's like I have here one commentary, Michael Blizzard saying, well, I'm hungry. And I think so he's lucky, by the way, because I think so he has the opportunity to try it and we are just drooling. Yes. So, well, it's going to be quite easy for him. And well, just like moving on a little bit, and well, it's like, of course, well, it's like, as you were saying, they are like a lot of varieties. So if you go to Mexico, actually it's a perfect breakfast that you can take. It looks like it's very heavy, but it's like, I think so, one of the most popular breakfasts in Mexico. And you will find like fresh tamal, and also you have to buy it normally. It's a street food. So it's like, if you want a fresh one, don't go to a restaurant. Try the fresh one that is on the street, because that is the good one. And also in Mexico City, we are very weird, and we put it in a kind of bread, like a sandwich. Yeah. So yes, I know that everybody is saying how. It's like, this is like a lot of dough with more dough there and everything. Yes, we eat it like that. And actually the drink that we use to combine this is also made of corn. So it's like also thick. So it's like, if you feel full, later on you drink something that is quite thick. I don't know how we do it. I'm from Mexico City. I really love it. And that is something that is very normal. I remember that well. It's like, actually, you can find them since, I think so, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's something that you will find very easy when you go in there. So it's like the favorite breakfast for all the people that we are on the streets really, really early. Yeah. So, and well, just moving on and about your project, because I would like to talk about Humble Spoon. That, well, Humble Spoon has a lot of different things, and I'm going to show off here that I received today from Humble Spoon, these amazing breads, because this is a project that is taking me to Mexico. Yeah. And here I think so I have two. I have this one that is Tenochtitlan. I think so that is Mexico City, or the old Mexico City. And this one that I think so is Cancun.
Yeah, Cancun.
Is Cancun, right?
Yes.
So, well, I think so you have some variety about this kind of bakery, that also bakery is very famous also in Mexico, because we enjoy to have different kind of flavors. It's like, what is this project? Because also I know that it's something that you're promoting nowadays.
Yes, so I wanted to create something that it's, you know, it doesn't exist. It's not common to see sweet bakery here. Like, I mean, pan au chocolat might be as sweet as it can get. Yeah, so it has a chocolate center. If I tell you what is that, like, it's really, really good. So, yes, so everything started because I was thinking of conchas de pan. And, you know, every time I go back to Veracruz, I go to El Portal. So El Portal is a very famous coffee shop in Veracruz port, where they serve you bread and coffee, and they come to the table and they make the most amazing lechero, which is they put the coffee and then they pour the milk and it foams up. And it's, you know, the beauty about these breads is that it can be for breakfast, it can be for dinner, it can be as a snack. And but I didn't want to do, you know, the conchas, first of all, because I didn't have the cutter, and so I was playing around. And then I thought, you know, how can I represent where I come from? So my town is called the World City of the Limes, because if you see any limes from Mexico, they come from my town. It's Martinez de la Torre. So when you come to my town, like 10 kilometers before, you're starting to smell like orange, flor de naranja, so orange blossom. And it smells like grass everywhere. So I wanted to bring that, you know, that part. In the 90s, the biggest exporter of oranges was Mexico before the Floridian orange took over. So for me, it was like a lot of connotation about oranges. So I wanted to put that. So I created Take Me to Veracruz, because you buy that piece of bread and it's like, I feel like back in Veracruz. When I came to do the chocolate one, obviously, how can I not represent, you know, one of the main things that it's not that cacao is, you know, like one of the main ingredients now, but back in the day, the Aztecs, it was one of the most expensive things to trade, you know, with the rest of the civilizations. So for me, Take Me to Tenochtitlan takes me to that point of when the Totonacas used to come to Tenochtitlan and trade vanilla pods from for other items like meat or you know, other items from other parts of the country. So I wanted to, you know, represent that part of Mexico that is very nobody thinks about. Chocolate now is not related to Mexico, when we have been trading cacao for hundreds of years. And there has we have a big thing about chocolate, but it has been staying very, you know, hidden, and the market has taken over. The European market has taken over. I mean, I must say, you know, Pacari, I love Pacari, and it's a great representation of Latin American chocolate. But I mean, I would love, you know, to say about a Mexican producer, you know, that it's doing something, you know, that they could be, you know, out here.
Yeah, and actually, it's like, as we have said in previous show, it's like, well, chocolate is coming from chocolatl, actually. That is a Nahuatl word.
Yes.
A Nahuatl word that, well, is like interesting, that, well, it's like people, they didn't know, or, well, some of them, they don't know, actually. But, well, it's coming from Latin America. Chocolate is coming from chocolatl, that actually they are speaking Nahuatl in that way. And it's interesting because, and I have a question for you, because, well, it's like I have received here from the audience that, well, I know that, well, you have your Instagram and you, of course, Facebook, and you're selling this, but also, do you have plan to do some online baking workshops or something like that? Is part of the activities that you are running nowadays?
Yes, so I have been doing online classes during the pandemic. I do them for free because I think it's the least I can do, to support the community. If you like, I did the last one I did, it was brownies. So, if someone wanted to learn how to do brownies, I did in half an hour. I teach people to do brownies. I have done chocolate cookies, so you can do it with children. But for Valentine's, I'm doing a Mexican dinner. So I took a menu of things that I love from my town. So, I mean, you find them everywhere, but I did gorditas, picadas, sopes, or however you want to call it. So that's part of the starter. I'm doing the black beans the way they do it in my town with, my super secret ingredient. It's not about the super ingredient. It's about the quantity of how much onion you put in the black beans that it's honestly out of this world, my black beans. So I did, I'm gonna teach people how to do guacamole the right way. As well, I'm gonna do, I want to say chile ajo, pero no es chile ajo, es aguachile de camarón.
Oh,
so
wow.
How you make it, from your own house. And then for the main course is a tamal. So I will be sending the tamal, but I'm gonna teach them how to reheat it and how to, and eat it basically.
Do you have different times or different dates that maybe you can share with us and we can just say in advance to all the audience, because I think so that, well, in order that they can buy different kind of ingredients and everything and they can prepare it. And also that, well, if you are going to do this kind of online classes that, well, maybe they can just like take a look and know which days, but actually, yes, I would like to go to one of these classes, by the way. Yeah, that could be interesting just to know how to prepare an aguachile. I love it. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I tried one in Veracruz and I was like, I need to redo this one because they put cucumber and it was so refreshing. But anyways, just going back to this, I'm doing this for Valentine's. So what I'm doing is you go to my website and then you choose your menu. I have 3 options: meat, pescatarian, and vegetarian. I send you the ingredients anywhere in London, and then you join the class on Valentine's. So I'm doing this because if you are single or you're in a couple and you used to go to a restaurant, or you are in, you have your family, Valentine's used to be something where people used to go out and spend the day out. And we can't do that. So I thought, a class might be very interesting and attractive for people, to get entertained. I'm doing a playlist in Spotify. So you have like all the Mexican background, like romantic music. So I'm trying to sense, I'm trying to recreate this ambience of like, you are in Mexico, you start with a modelo especial or maybe a tequila, why not? I give you my secret recipe of mango margarita and, like just to have fun. It's about having fun at the moment. And
so just one thing regarding to that kind of classes, it's like you said that you sent the ingredients. So you sent like the kit of ingredients to people in order that they can prepare and they can just receive it. So I think it's very good for the audience. If you are interested, do it on time, in order that you can receive the packs and you can go to the class. Well, you can not go, just attend the lesson or the class.
yes.
And of course you can prepare it online. That I think so that's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, I thought,
I want to go.
I think, if you are Mexican or not, if you want to try something different, every time I see, sometimes movies, you see that the couple, they go to the cute Mexican restaurant because it's meant to be romantic. And there is a lot of romanticism, but as well, there is this sense of like Mexicans, we express ourselves like very few people in the world, like we are out there, our colors, our flavors, our music, our language, not only Mexicans, Latin Americans in general, but obviously I'm very passionate about Mexico and the ingredients, that we have, the complexity of all the food that we have is always, a pleasure, like if people can learn about the real skill that you need to do a good guacamole or cook like black beans, I mean, people will be surprised. They will see Mexican food differently.
So, well, that I think so that is a fantastic opportunity for people that they want to try real Mexican food, coming from a cordon bleu chef, that is Ana Velazquez, and it's like it's going to be very easy. Just go to Humble Spoon, that is on Facebook, and you can see the dates there. That is going to be the 14th of February. If you are with your partner or your couple or with your family, or if you're alone, that's the way that you can interact with more people. And of course, do it in advance in order that you can receive all the ingredients and you can prepare it at home. Of course, normally you are putting like all the allergens and everything, no? It's like every time, and just to know that people that, well, every time that you're receiving any product from Humble Spoon, of course, it's becoming the list of the different products. And also if you have any allergies or something, it's telling you what kind of ingredients you can find in order that, well, it's like if you have some relatives that maybe they are just allergic to something, you can check it before in advance.
Yeah, I know we are just very short on time because we need to be on the Whitney's classes, but very quickly, Anna, I want to mention something really important you're doing for the NHS. Could you please, in a brief way, tell us what you're doing for the NHS?
So for the NHS, I am supporting nurses, doctors, cleaners, technicians, receptionists by sending treats. So if you go to the website, you can choose a treat. And then I send them twice a week, Wednesday or Friday. I have been posting them because obviously it's safer for everyone. If there is a cupcake order, then I will get a delivery, some other type of delivery. But so far, we have sent treats for St. George's Hospital, the A&E unit, and the intensive care for doctors, and for the hematoma cancer nurses at the University College London Hospital. So when I put the post that I wanted to help the NHS, I receive every day a lot of doctors and nurses asking for help because the doctors were extremely tired. The nurses, like the whole team in general, because they are going through the hardest weeks since the pandemic started. So they need our support. I'm not sure if if people understand the state. They are tired, they cannot see their family as normal, they cannot help people, they are in constant risk. So I wanted to bring them a little bit of joy by offering this to them. So if a person buys a box of cookies, Humble Spoon donates another one on top of that. There is no profit from this at all. I have been running everything, just to cover the costs. So if people would love to help and send, a little joy, a little break, sometimes they don't even have time to eat. I received one that it broke my heart. It was from the night team. They don't have cooks during the night shift, so they don't eat. So they either have to bring their own food, and some nurses, they told me that they don't have money for snacks because they are paying childcare as, like their partner wasn't furloughed. So money is, limited. So we need to understand, that we are all in this together. And unfortunately, these are going to be the doctors looking after us as well in the future. And we want to make sure they are healthy and happy and they can go back to their own lives. So, but what they're going now, what they're seeing now is like a war. So just if people can remember, like if you're in a hard situation, you want a little pickup, like a little cookie will make the difference.
Well, that sounds amazing. And actually it's like, just one question that I have from the classes that, the 14th of February, at what time is going to be that class?
At 4 o'clock. So I'm trying to set it up so people have the time if they want to learn something, and then set the whole table, and then they can sit, around 5, 6, then they can do that. So it's like a PM thing,
Okay, well, that sounds good. So it's going to be like for a dinner, that we can set an early dinner that people, they can prepare a gathering, have some fun and just enjoy. Yeah.
Yes.
Anna, well, it has been a pleasure having you here. It has been a pleasure receiving this. Yes, of course. And it has an amazing taste. Yeah. Sorry, Roger.
I send my address. I send my address as well.
So, and actually it's like, well, as you and all the different people that they are attending here, it's like, of course, you know that, well, you come with us, and of course we support you with this project, and also all the entrepreneurs. We know entrepreneurs, artists, all the people that I know that, well, it has been difficult times, is to support each other. This show is a platform that you can come here, you can tell us more things, and I think it could be a fantastic opportunity that we talk before, I think so, because, well, you told me about Pacari, and that normally you are sometimes when you are baking or you are preparing some kind of different kind of baking, you are using Pacari. So it's like, maybe we can do something together between Pacari and you, and maybe just to prepare to the audience, like a special, maybe baking lesson or something that, well, people, they can know how to do it. So I think so our friends from Pacari, they are like very engaged with us, and they are very friendly in that way. And just to remind people that, well, you have a discount if you go with Pacari, yeah, because, well, from today to the 14th of February, you will have 10% of discount in Pacari. That, well, is like remember that the code for this promotion is Cupid 2021. So, well, also, Anna, if you need Pacari, so, well, you can take advantage of that offer now. That, well, it's like for the St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I actually spoke to one of them, and we were talking about doing a collaboration. So yes, I would love to. I love their chocolate. I think it's great things. They have great flavors.
Well, Anna, congratulations. Good luck with this project. And of course, well, you are very welcome anytime here in the Latin America show.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
well, like,
Anna.
You can stay with us. You can stay with us, Anna. And also remember, Humble Spoon is very easy to find it. And now let's go with very quick with Whitney, because I know that, well, like the
I
time
know we always go
running, and we are always in rush with you,
running out of time is our.
But we have music. Actually, I just want to remind to all the audience that we have fantastic song actually later.
And while we get into, so we have music, and I already updated the Spotify for tonight's episode too. Like, all the music of Carlos Paul's has been on there, including the 2 songs that you've heard / will hear by the end of tonight's episode. I honestly, this is going to be really quick. Regardless, I had a sinking suspicion that would have to be. So just like we did last week, in honor of our 2, well, technically 3 guests, 2 countries, Mexico, Costa Rica, I thought I'd just do some slang, and it's a huge review. Some things are new, some things aren't, and that's okay. So I just took some expressions that, not to say they don't exist there, but some other ways that you can say it. And again, this is just some other ways. So the first one's que chévere, que guay. I talk about this word all the time. I love it. It's like how cool. And I think in Mexico, there's just so many like ways to say it, like que padre, que chido, padrísimo. I know when we talked Day of the Dead, and we talked about the movie, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank right at Coco. Some of these expressions actually came up in it. So it was really kind of cool to see that. And then you could say like que pichudo, que chiva in Costa Rica. Let's look at a couple more. And that means like how cool, que chévere, que guay. And then another one. Okay. So this is to say money, dinero. You could say lana, you could say harina, which is funny because it's wool and flour, but those are 2 ways to say el dinero, la plata, money. And then a couple more. When you address friends, we talked about way in Mexico quite a few times, and a friend over there is un cuate, and it could be my in Costa Rica as well. And then 2 more, I think. It's a really short section. Cerveza, chele, una chela, sorry, not chele. I'm thinking chele from Honduras. I believe that show, we talked about that. Una chela, una cheve, for una cerveza, una birra, for a cold one, for when we can travel and order those, if you like beer. And then trabajar, you have el trabajo, which is work. So you can say chambear or la chamba. In Mexico, bretear is the verb, and el brete, because verbs in Spanish end in either AR, ER, or IR. So again, we have trabajar, el trabajo. We have slang for cerveza, how to address a friend, and dinero, money and just say how cool. So that's all for this evening. Go to my website, subscribe, makingspanishsimple.com. We have Spanish for culture, all levels, videos, posts, articles, you name it, it's on there. And that's it. Really short segment tonight. So that was perfect with the timing and all.
That's really good, Whitney.
I
That
learned
was excellent.
The best to learn beer.
Lana.
Una chela.
Lana.
Una chela.
Una chela, yeah. I was starting to say chile because I keep thinking of the word chile for leche, for like gringa, which we discussed in, I believe it was Nicaragua. It was Nicaragua, I believe. But yeah, una chela. Very. I'm not a beer drinker, but for some reason I keep throwing that word out there because, you know, we're in a pandemic. It's important.
It's important when you travel. Is the word you need to say. That's it.
Correct. And actually, it's like meanwhile, Whitney was giving her lesson. I just gave a couple of bites to this one because actually, I have to confess something. I received it in the morning, and I was just waiting till this moment to bite them. So it was like I received them, I unwrapped them, and I was just like. So actually, I kept being like, I don't know, like maybe since midday that I received it, just drooling and waiting for this time.
God.
Sorry, Roger. I just
Enrique.
have to bite it.
Wait, is that why we saw a little bit of your dog there? He was like,
Enrique, I just have one word for you. I hate you.
Well, yeah, you know, Roger, every time that you're posting something from Latitude, I hate you. So, well, this is my response to you, Roger. No, anyway, Anyway, I think so. We have fantastic music from Carlos Paul because, well, it's like, you remember this Ecuadorian friend is like a fantastic artist. He was here, he's a singer. He was here like a couple of, months ago, almost at the beginning of this show. Yeah, I think so in June.
Our second episode.
The second episode. He told us a little bit. Of course, we're going to bite him again soon. But this is just like to know more about his music. Over you, Roger.
Okay, well, now we're going to see a bit of Carlos Paul.
Voy empezando el día cargado de tantas emociones y con este frío mi ser se está congelando. Me preparo un café y canto mis canciones. Con mi tierra en el corazón me lleno de fe. Salgo al trabajo, afuera el cielo todavía oscuro. La rutina empieza otra vez y estoy tan cansado. A veces siento deseos de saltar estos muros y volar muy lejos de aquí para no volver. Mis compañeros de siempre, Don Mopo y la Juba, escuchan en silencio todas mis penas, quejas y dudas. En soledad la nostalgia se vuelve tortura y quiero abrazar a mi gente hermosa lleno de ilusión. Y por eso no me voy a dar por vencido, no descansaré en el camino, lucharé aunque me sienta perdido. Porque ese es mi destino. Suena mi amor. Mi bandera es libertad y mi raza es noble y fuente de felicidad. Ser humano excepcional, porque ser latino es un privilegio de verdad. Por eso digo que no me voy a dar por vencido, no descansaré en el camino, lucharé aunque me sienta perdido. No me voy a dar por vencido, voy a celebrar que estoy vivo, triunfaré porque ese es mi destino. Ay, cuando llegué a esta tierra me sentía muy solito, extrañaba a mi familia, me estaba volviendo loquito.
that is an amazing song from our friend Carlos Paul. That well is like also is added in on the playlist that we have on the Latin America show. The Latin America show on Spotify. So well, you can find it there. So well, it's like just do we have any events or something, Roger?
No,
not at all. Okay,
no,
so well,
no,
anyway, you can find all the information. I just want to tell you different things. But well, before that, I just want to say thank you very much to Anna for being tonight with us. It has been a pleasure. And actually, it's like all the traditions that we spoke about it, your project. And remember, everybody, that well, the 14th of February at 4 o'clock, you have an appointment with Ana Velazquez just to know how to cook some Mexican food. So just register in advance on Humble Spoon. Ana, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was so much fun. I really love the Costa Rica part. I am definitely sold. I'm going there. So, so thank you very much, guys.
Excellent. And actually, it's like, well, you have a lot of fans here that, well, they were like sending you messages. So it's like, well, also thank you very much to Lulu de la Rosa, Ana Liz, Silvia Rodriguez, Marta Elena Rodriguez, that she's saying congratulations, Ana, Alma Patricia Rodriguez, Jesus Alberto, Katia Walters. Is like, well, she was asking about the ingredients, but well, thank you very much for all your commentaries. Silvia Rodriguez, I said, Evelyn Franks, Sinquijano, Patricia, I think so, it's Patricia Bizard, yeah, Patricia, I think so, Erika, Ramona, well, so thank you everyone for being here, and well, thank you very much, Ana, for all your time.
Thank you. Can I just say something about this Valentine's dinner? Especially for people with dietary requirements, it's really friendly. You know, we don't use gluten a lot of gluten in Mexican food, so very low in gluten, very low in dairy. So it's very friendly. Just take a look at the menu. You know, I think people are gonna be blown away when they try it, especially cooked from home. You know, no tricks, no overpriced. Just take a look.
Excellent. So well, that's really good. Patricia Castillo, also she's saying congratulations. Fabiola Valadez, Abhijit, Annalise, nice song. Patricia, also nice song. So well, thank you very much. Anna, thank you very much. And well, it's like, hopefully we can meet up soon. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye.
So well, and just to remind to all the audience, like, well, it's like we have the challenge that, well, if you haven't uploaded your video, you have also, we're going to do it next week online. You will have the opportunity to vote with which one is the favorite. So of course, we're going to choose the top 10 that they have more likes. So remember, go to the event section on the Latin America Show Facebook page. Go there to the event section, and you will find in the conversation all the different posts, all the different videos, both for your favorite. We will have them here, and you will vote. And well, of course, you know that, well, they will have the opportunity to win amazing prizes, courtesy of IU, courtesy for Donatural, our friends from El Recreo. So thank you very much. And well, remember that you still can participate. This is going to be closed next Saturday is going to be the last day. So well, remember to vote and to upload. Remember that is like also for children. So well, if you have your children that they want to dance, just put them, make this choreography, and you can upload videos and ask people to give us a like to the Latin America Facebook page, and also a like for your video. So remember, 14th of February, we have a lot of things for you. Bacardi is offering 10% of discount from today to the 14th of February. And well, it's very easy. You just have to go to the page, Bacardi, you can find it like that. Do we have the logo? No, we don't have the logo there. It's P-A-C-A-R-E-R-I. And you got R-E, and you can find it. It's Bacardi. And well, it's like you can put the code Cupid 2021, and you will receive 10% of discount. And also remember that they have tastings, and one of them is going to be the 19th of February. And also our friends from Dulce Art, they are going to you're going to receive one free, buy one, and one get free in ALFAJORES. So I think it's an amazing opportunity to try it. Maybe you can give someone to someone that you love, and also you can receive one for you. So well, I think it's a good opportunity. So well, I think so. It's time to go. I think so. I'm not missing anything. I'm not going to say which is the show for next week because I don't remember actually, unless Whitney is going to spoil it. But well, thank you very much, Whitney Nuchereno.
I always spoil it. If our document is correct, it's Mexico and Colombia. So that'll be really exciting to talk about those countries. And I believe we'll talk about, yeah, I believe volcanoes is going to be coming up again. So get ready.
Well, actually it's volcanoes, but it's more like a love story that we have about.
Yeah,
so it's going to be, because it's going to be celebrating the 14th of February. So
that's true.
volcanoes.
That's true. That's true. It's a little bit more personalized to the holiday. So that'll be good. Thank you, everyone. It's been really fun evening. And I look forward to next week with you on for the show. I think that's it. Pura vida.
Excellent. Pura vida, I agree with me. So, well, it's like, and also we have on the other side, Roger Alarcon.
Well, thank you very much. This night it was amazing. The ambassador, the Costa Rica, I want to go there. I'm just, at the end of this, I'm going to rewind the show and I'm just going to dance with my fridge because I'm alone. And I'm just so jealous about what you're eating. Seriously, I'm just gonna order that.
No worries, Roger. Roger, believe
anyway,
me that sometimes
thank you very much.
I'm very jealous when you're posting that amazing pictures because remember that well, Latitude is a fantastic restaurant. And when is the Mexican nights that they are like? I think so most of the time they are takeaway now.
Yeah, well now we Latitude's got like takeaway, and please follow the social media because as well it's going to do something for the February, so it's going to be some food, some Mexican food around there. So keep an eye on all the social media from Latitude.
My dear Roger. So well, also in the next show that we were talking about, we were saying that well, we're going to talk about the 14th of February. So that means like a little bit of love story, but actually, have you heard about yaje or ayahuasca? This kind of traditional ancestral healing. So, well, we're going to talk about that one from Colombia. Well, so it's going to be very interesting. And well, if you haven't heard about it, believe me, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. And thank you very much to all the people that they were supporting us. As I said, Pacari, Dulce Art, IU, our friends from El Recreo, and also Do Natural, that well, thank you very much for all your support. Thank you for all the people that they are making possible this. Remember, this is the Latin America show. Please share this video with your friends. And well, I'm gonna say it like that. We have a date next week because we are going to talk about some Valentines. Remember, it's gonna be at 8 o'clock. London time. This is the Latin America show. My name is Enrique Gelista. Thank you very much and see you next Tuesday.